Open your desk drawer. Picture that little paper book inside it, your passport. For your entire life, that little booklet has dictated where you can live, how much you're taxed, and what opportunities you're allowed to access. But what if I told you it's becoming a relic of a dying era? Right now, traditional countries are drowning. They are choked by bureaucracy, crippled by debt, and moving at a snail's pace. Meanwhile, a completely new kind of superpower is quietly capturing the world's wealth. They are called virtual sovereign nations, and they don't care where you were born. In 2026, the most powerful borders on Earth aren't made of concrete, fences, or barbed wire. They are made of encrypted smart contracts. These cloud-based sovereignties are minting their own currencies, writing their own laws, and enforcing jurisdictions without owning a single inch of physical land. You don't need a geographic birthright when you have an algorithm. What if you could bypass every slow-moving government agency by joining a nation that exists entirely in the cloud? Massive capital flows are shifting away from physical territories and into decentralized jurisdictions. Are you ready to trade your citizenship for code? Let's talk about why the digital economy has officially outpaced the nation-state and why this transition is absolutely unstoppable. Think about how crazy the concept of physical borders actually is for a modern digital worker. We live in a world where you can generate millions of dollars in value from a laptop on a beach in Bali, a coffee shop in London, or an apartment in Tokyo. Yet we are still tied down by 20th century paper-based bureaucracies. Geographic borders have become massive friction points. For decades, governments have operated a monopoly on geography. You were born on our dirt, therefore you play by our rules. But that monopoly is collapsing. Why? Because of the instant, frictionless onboarding of cloud jurisdictions. Enter the concept of the network state. Instead of starting a country by claiming land and fighting a war, a network state starts as a highly aligned online community. They build a digital economy, crowdfund territory in the real world later, and gain diplomatic recognition. They are proving that a shared belief system and a blockchain are vastly superior to the random lottery of geographic birthright. And they are stealing traditional countries' best citizens. Now you might be thinking, wait, without a government, who enforces the law? Who protects my stuff? This is where the magic happens. We are replacing the old social contract with an algorithmic social contract. In a traditional country, the legal system relies on a trust me model. You have to trust the judge isn't biased. You have to trust the politicians aren't corrupt. You have to trust the police will actually show up. And let's be honest, how's that working out for us? Virtual nations operate on a Verify Me protocol. Smart contract jurisdictions automate law enforcement and dispute resolution. If there is a business disagreement, the smart contract executes the terms instantly based on objective code, completely removing the need for slow, biased local courts. And your physical passport? Replaced. Decentralized identity, or DID, is becoming the ultimate master key. It's a cryptographic proof of who you are, securely stored on the blockchain, granting you instant access to global financial services without waiting 3 months for a government clerk to stamp a piece of paper. Code ensures your protection, not a politician. But a nation is nothing without an economy, right? Well, follow the money. Because right now, we are witnessing the greatest economic migration in human history. People and capital are fleeing high tax, high inflation, legacy states. If your country is inflating its currency to pay off massive debts, your wealth is melting. So where do the world's most productive digital laborers go? They migrate to the cloud. Sovereign protocols are offering programmable monetary policies. We are seeing the rise of non-state currencies that act as the primary medium of exchange. You get paid in crypto, you save in crypto, you invest in decentralized finance. Virtual special economic zones are entirely outcompeting physical cities. Imagine starting a cutting-edge AI or biotech company in a legacy country. You'll spend years fighting regulators. In a virtual sovereign zone, you get regulatory clarity from day one. These digital nations aren't just matching traditional economies, they are actively draining them. Okay, so how does this actually work in the real world? How do you provide security and community without owning a giant landmass? The infrastructure of virtual sovereignty is already fully operational. First, the hardware. High-speed satellite internet, like Starlink, combined with encrypted mesh networks, means legacy states can no longer easily censor or suppress their citizens. You are connected directly to the cosmos, bypassing the local telecom monopolies. But humans still need human connection, right? We can't just live inside a VR headset all day. That's why these cloud nations are manifesting in the physical world. They are setting up physical embassies, network archipelagos, and co-living hubs in friendly jurisdictions around the globe. You might hold a cloud passport, but you can physically live in an exclusive, high-tech neighborhood in Honduras, a startup city in the Mediterranean, or a tech hub in Bali, surrounded by people who share your exact digital citizenship. The physical world is just becoming a docking station for your digital life. So where does this leave the traditional nation-state? They are panicking. For the first time in modern history, governments are realizing they have to compete for citizens, exactly like startups compete for users. If your product, your country, offers high taxes, bad services, and inflation, your users will just log out. We are heading straight toward a massive